Yo, welcome back to the YouTube streets. Let me buy you a drink. You are depressed? Ooh wee. Yeah, breakups, any type of loss could deal with depression. Now, depression is a mental state of low mood and activity, and depression do not discriminate. Depression hits all ages, and 28 million. Oh no, let me stand corrected. 280 million people are affected by depression. Now, you're going to ask, is there a cure to depression? There's treatments. Now, some treatments I wouldn't recommend. Some people like take medication, like antidepressants. I wouldn't recommend that, but I would say seek out help. And next thing you probably ask, is depression long term or short term? That question is hard to answer because, like I said, it depends on the individual and what's the unpleasant stimuli. If you watch the last segment of KG television about coping, a loss, it could go on for years. But what you can do to get by is back to coping. Now, what is coping versus depression? Like I said, coping is dealing with unpleasant situation or emotion that that gives you like an unpleasant feeling. Depression, it's like it deals with you're like in a low mood. Now, depression, what happens when you're depressed? A lot of things can happen when you're depressed. I'm gonna give you some instances. Now, the last thing I'm gonna go backwards on this. The last thing with depression causes a person to commit sideways, what we call final exit. And depression is a silent killer because sometimes in depression, it's a silent killer because sometimes a person don't know if they're depressed. The signs of depression is, or no, okay, the signs of depression are withdrawal, mood swings, fluctuation of weight, um, your physical health deteriorating. Um, what else would cause depression? Depression. I mean, you just you go numb, like you don't care anymore. Which going numb and indifferent when in the stage of depression is very dangerous because in that state, a person don't have nothing to lose, and when that happens, it's not good because when that person gets to that numb or that don't have the ability to feel, then the person don't have any regards not only to themselves but other people around them. Well, now, with that being said, depression can like I said before, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to your mom. And and also too, animals get depressed. Yes, animals do get depressed. Just watch your dog Fluffy. If you remember Fluffy being happy, jumping, and always doing stuff, and the next minute you see Fluffy not being as active, then that's a sign of depression. With that being said, be productive, talk to somebody, and if you do, and look for the signs of depression and the early warning signs of depression. That could that could be a great way of preventing something negative from happening. This is KG from KG Television signing off.